Hello everybody, good afternoon, and this is my in-depth video on how to run my code and explaining my little SLAM assignment for BZR, which has been a lot of fun. I gotta admit, it's been great getting back to installing all the libraries on the computer and back to running coding and fixing bugs of C++, and it's been really a lot of fun, I gotta say. This is the first time actually that I've been trying to render a 3D object on a video stream. My background, as I myself is, my name is Adriás, you may well know, but well aware now, and I'm an aerospace engineer. I just graduated with my master's in aerospace engineering at the University of Minnesota. And even though my background, it's been always, it started as interested in the dynamics and controls. Well, still, it's the area that interests me the most. But for some reasons and difficulties that we had at the laboratory, and the future, which right now it's intensely focused on navigation and smart navigation, as opposed to the robust control like it was a few years back for navigation, with especially in obstacle avoidance and GPS denied navigation. To be working with few laboratories at the University of Minnesota, started on SLAM and using video cameras to actually understand a little bit of surroundings and mapping them and also. So it's like a little bit of my background, and so we're gonna go ahead and just run the code that uses the webcam first. So you show a little bit of the real-time environment and how it looks like. So we're gonna compile it again real quick, just to make sure if we made any changes that they are reflected there. And then we're just gonna run the code. If you're not very well on Visual Studio, it's pretty simple. It's just you can use it using commands F7 for compiling, and then Control F5 for debugging the code, which is pretty simple. So we do that, and then the code is running. And that's me. Hello everybody. Well, thank you again for having me. Allowing me the opportunity to showcase the little project. And again, right now we have the camera going. We're going to show objects, but nothing is happening because we are running on debug mode, and we just see where the camera is going, but there's no tracking enabled at all. So if you wanna track features, you can just press. Let me see. Put it in the place that I'm not in the middle. You can just press letter T, and so start tracking. So press T, and it does start tracking, and you can move it. Oops. Put it in front of the camera. That's better. So you get it in, and it matches, and you can get farther away, and that's good. Let's see if we can give it some angle to see it 3D. So yep, once you turn it out, you actually protrudes away normal distance, and you have a little box there. So there's some noise there, but that's to be expected. Not a very good camera either, and not the best here for those projects. And yeah, that's basically the tracking in real time. You can turn it as well. The same. But I didn't have any printers here, so I couldn't print the logo. So the serial box was the best I could do. So you want to pause the code, you can just press P to pause, and it pauses everything. Then you can just press P again to resume, or ask to actually quit. So that's all for the code that uses the webcam. So using the video code, again we're gonna compile it and run it. So compile it as just F7, run it with Control 5, and here it loads the video as opposed to showing the webcam. And to a track, we press T, and it starts tracking the object. Yeah, now it's the speed. It's like a little penalty in speed, but we can change that. That's why we have some of the flags and global variables upstairs, but we can define them just changing the thresholds and the frame rate, things like that, so we can speed it up if desired. Now it's running on the webcam settings. You can change it. It's a little bit slower than it was before, but you will see that we can move it and rotate it, and we can zoom in, zoom out, and if there's no shards and with less noise around the background, it actually tracks it better. Here, just showing just a little test when I was testing for the scrolling. I was doing the precision for the 3D environment. It's just adding some tilt, and here is actually in real time the video of it, a little test home. So it seems to work nicely. You get a little box on top of your cereal. It's always nice to have. And if you may notice that doesn't actually cover the entire cereal box, but that is actually because the logo that I provided online didn't have the whole box complete, so it tracks as much as you could possibly see. So actually that's not a bug of the code, but that's actually the code working better than it should. So that thing will, again, you can get some movement, and with the movement it gets a little bit more noisy, but it does work fairly well, especially if you're not using GNU or the GPU environments, or better, more robust tools. So I'm gonna go ahead and exit the video, and that's most of what I have for the examples. Again, if you have any questions about the code, or if you want to know more, I'm very happy to share anything and discussing and talking, geeking out about virtual reality, and yeah, just looking forward to getting better and better, knowing more about augmented reality and using SLAM and developing new great things in navigation, in fun, in the future, and everything. So, well, have a good afternoon, everybody, and well, thank you for listening.